Hello, hello. We had a little technical difficulties, so apologies for that. But we're back. We're here. Here we go. And it is Saturday, so we looks like we got a bunch of people here today. Well, 11. I think we've gotten up to 21 is like our highest. If we ever beat 21, then the world is going to stop. So, all right. So it looks like we got Manuel Romero in the house. We got Mr. Baggins, who's talking about K-poop. I think he just likes to talk about poop. Got Colin, Blimey is here. Cucumber McCumber, Adrian is here. Wait. Oh yeah, there's Cucumber. What do you mean there's no Cucumber? All right, so today's day is Mr. Feedy's day, and I think there are 6 songs, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to jump right into this because whenever there's 6 songs and I talk a lot, it takes, a really long Saturday set. So here we go. Let's get into this. And, there's not really anything exciting to talk about the Buckeyes because they're supposed to be playing the Rutgers, which the lowest they've ever scored was 52. The lowest. So if they score under 52, that's a victory for Rutgers. Okay, so he says, ahoy, greetings, hello, one and all. By the way, Feedy, if you noticed, your thumbnail was just like a solitude picture because you didn't send me one. I did receive some from Mr. Herman. Michael Herman gave me some. I think I have a few from somebody else sent me some. So remember, if you want something than just a generic thumbnail, I always try to encourage you guys, if you feel comfortable showing your face to the world online. Not that there's a lot of people on my channel that watch, but there'll be some. You should send me a photo or something that you want me to post for your thumbnail, as long as it's not porn. I mean, I would post it, but it just get blocked. All right, here we go. Today, I bring to you a handful of tracks from a couple of bands. There are 4 from, I'm not going to say it. You shouldn't ruin it, Feedy. You should just make them have to think about it. There's 4 from a certain band that are some of my personal favorites that have yet to be on this channel, but obviously it's a band we've had before. As well as 2 tracks from another band that's been on this channel that I'm starting to like. I just put words in your mouth, Feedy. You got to learn to write your introduction better, bro. Build some suspense, you know what I'm saying? But nothing off the beaten path, so let's dive in, shall we? So, here we go. The first band is none other than our March 2nd. The band's name is March 2nd. Actually, it's not. That's when I went to go see this band in Columbus. And it's the first concert I've been to since COVID. So this was Leprous. So Leprous I saw on March 2nd here in Columbus, Ohio. So it's almost been, it's been half a year anyway. So this song is called Triumphant. I'm sure Adrian's going to be happy about this, because I think this is probably older stuff. It's definitely not from the new album, because I've heard the whole new album. Our first selection is Triumphant by Leprous. This song demonstrates all the qualities of what I feel defines Leprous sound on this album, The Congregation. Oh, it's The Congregation, which I think Adrian's turned a couple songs in from there. A driving drum beat and paired drum and guitar measures. The drums are a bit more repetitive than others. Leprous stuff tends to be, while still adding in some fun elements. But to my ear, the sound of it is so good. And the song is short enough that it doesn't overstay its welcome. In fact, I tend to want to hear more of it after it's finished. So here we go with Leprous, Triumphant. Let's go. Okay. Yes, McCumber.
Keeping me captive, senses shutting me down, reaching.
Colin, what don't you like about Baird's playing? I don't think he's one of the best drummers I've heard, but he's certainly good, unique in his drum parts, technically talented. To save my belief, forceful question is going to be, does this have a beautiful chorus? Macumber Cucumber, I think Jim Gray is better. But it's all top 1%. Definitely has like a driving beat for sure. Jason, that's actually a good idea, except I won't be singing shit because I can't sing anything. Yeah, to me, Jim Gray, Ross, and Einer are just like my bands, like my favorite as bands. They're all so close. It's razor thin. But if somebody put a gun to my head and said you had to pick one, it would be Jim Gray. Colin thinks that Bear overplays. It's so funny, and I totally get why you would say that, but I think he never overplays. Like, I think sometimes he should do more, but he seems to me like a good in-between of like playing what's necessary for the song, but not like wanking. Which I think is why I like Mike Portnoy. Mike Portnoy is incredibly technical, but he just plays exactly what the song needs, including his fills. Whereas Mike Mangini sometimes, though amazingly technical and awesome, I think sometimes just like does stuff that doesn't always fit and a little robotic. Para, suck my wiener. You like that I talk about it secretly. It gives you a big half boner. I'm trying to think how I feel about this song. Like I like it better than older Leprous stuff, but I don't love it like Ophelia so far. Oh, Mr. Seeger is the writer himself, composer himself is here. That's what I was saying, Sager. Is that it? Okay. I'm really sorry, Macumber, but you know, you can't make yourself too easy, or it kind of. Has everybody here heard of the cat string theory? Because if you haven't, it's pretty basic and it's pretty logical, and it was something that the back in the 2005-ish area was started by the pickup artist community, which I totally have a fondness for, not as in like I like people in that community, but as far as what they teach, not necessarily practice. And one of the things they talked about is the cat string theory. And the cat string theory is obviously if you hold the string to a cat and you go like this, what's the cat going to do, right? So the cat's going to go like this. But if you just hold the string there and you just kind of don't do anything, the cat eventually gets bored and walks away. So it's the same way with dealing with women or, you know, attraction. You have to keep them on their toes a little bit. You got to move it around. You got to be interesting, unique, that kind of stuff so that they keep being interested. You can't be so, you know, forward, Cucumber Macumber. You got to work your magic indirectly, not so directly. And maybe I would tell you to suck my wiener. See, because, you know, Para does that completely. Because Para secretly wants to suck my wiener. That's what we have all kind of figured out. But, all right, as far as the song is concerned, So for those of you who don't know or haven't been around the channel enough, we started off with Leprous a long time ago, and it was some of their older stuff. And it actually started out about the same as Between the Buried Me started out. Like, I heard, I think, what, 2 songs by Leprous, and it was their older stuff, and I was like, yeah, I fucking hate these guys. I cannot stand these guys. I don't ever think I want to listen to these guys anymore. That's how I felt about Leprous. But they kept coming up on the channel, and people started realizing some of the songs and my taste and stuff, like, as far as Leprous is concerned. And they started picking some songs that I was like, okay, not bad, not bad. Like, I like it, I don't love it. I would put this song in that category. Like, I like it, but it didn't, like, it's not Aphelion. It's certainly not Aphelion. And then as we got more and more into Leprous, people started picking stuff off of Aphelion, which I've said this many, many times before on the channel, and I'll say it one more time because it's been a while since I've said this. To me, Leprous in the olden days, generally speaking, I'm not saying there isn't a chance that there's a one-off song that's from their older category that I would love. I'm just saying, generally speaking, I feel like their older stuff, they were unique, they're weird, they're different, technical, like they're good at, you know, playing something that's unique, but I didn't feel like they were very good songwriters. It was kind of like when we talk about Spiral Architect a lot, like very technical, very cool parts and pieces to it, but the whole piece is completely missing. It's just like there's no hook, it's not catchy in that way. And then I think as we went through the albums, and especially into Aphelion, to me, Aphelion is like the best of Leprous. To me, it's the maturation of them. They went from like having a unique, cool sound, especially Einar can sing, to like putting that all into a wonderful package that has like very unique songs, very well written songs, and a great chorus, and Einar's awesome singing to just like bring it all together. That's for me. So I think their progression has been amazing to the point where they're now tied for my top band with Haken and Caligula's Horse. Now I know older Haken fans, older Leprous fans on the channel have commented how they don't like where Leprous has gone as far as their Aphelion album. They think it's moved too far into the poppy realm, which I just think you can't claim that. Now, maybe granted from where they were before, it's more in the poppy realm, but they're still not really that poppy because their songs are unique and quite different, other than maybe like Castaway Angels. So yeah, I definitely dig these guys. This song, I would say, falls in the middle for me. It's good. I like the do kind of jungle groove-ish, but I don't feel like it really grabs me like a lot of songs on Aphelion do. And I think part of that's because it was missing like a very distinct, beautiful, well-written chorus, which finally I'll say is part of the reason why I love Jim Gray more than everybody else, is because I think Caligula's Horse is the best in the game right now of creating this atmospheric, beautiful, uplifting, heavenly, just kick you through the roof kind of choruses that are just amazing. So that's my thought on that. I got to read some of your comments because I was talking and not paying attention. So let's get to number 2, which is also Leprous. This is Within My Fence. Everything I said about Triumphant basically applies to Within My Fence by Leprous as well. They are from the same album, and this track follows immediately after Triumphant. Okay. I think if I have to choose, I prefer this one over Triumphant. Very interesting. Now, if it's like the last song, I'll probably have the same feeling about it, but let's see. This will be an interesting, especially since it comes right after that on the album, how I react to it differently, or if it's going to be just more of the same. Because if there's one thing that I will say, and I've said this about Leprous, is even with Aphelion, as much as I like it, the songs pretty much fit the same kind of mold, and it's very, very kind of defined. All the songs, though different on Aphelion, really have kind of the same thing. I wonder if this is going to be true here for these 2 songs. I'm going to guess yes, but maybe I'm proven wrong. Here we go. like it's good. It's just a little weird. You know, it's like a little. Okay. Love that. Like a dun, 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 dun. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's got like a. Coming, just keeps it coming. Is that it? Oh, okay, that was an interesting ending. All right, so that's interesting. Because I do feel like it was kind of in the same vein. And when I say the same vein, and this is where I, again, will say it kind of separates for me from Aphelion, is that like, the part was interesting, unique, well, like, you know, competently written song. But it was missing kind of like a very good hook. And it was missing like a little bit of just like I don't even know how to say it. But like the whole like, it's like a little just like Marilyn Manson 9 Inch Nails. I'm not saying it sounds like that. But it's like, it's sitting in this, like, we have to be a little unique and weird. I almost feel like the guy who's trying to really prove to everyone around them that they are the thing that they want to be, but they're not actually living the thing that they want to be. It's like they're trying to live what they want to be. Does that make sense? That's what I feel like these songs are. It's like, they're good and they're kind of like a replica, very close replica to what they really want to be, but it's like they're faking it till they make it, and they're almost making it, but it's just kind of stopping. Whereas Aphelion is like, okay, we have arrived, we are making it, we are living what we actually are. If that makes the, I don't know. You guys might not agree with that, but of course, some other people love these songs, but it's just nothing like Aphelion for me. Not nothing. Very, very distant to Aphelion for me. But if I had to pick between this song and the last song, I picked this song. So I think I agree with Feedy on this one, that this song I think I would pick over Triumphant. So yeah. Yeah, I guess, Jason, that's a good way to put it, is like something about the emotions are just missing. Like it's missing that like connection of emotion for me. And part of it, and again, I think a lot of that's because they're trying to be emotional versus being emotional. They're trying to be unique versus being unique. But they are unique, but you get what I'm trying to say. Anyway, fuck it. All right, let's get into the third one, which is an Adrian Widener. I think this is Adrian Widener's suggestion that brought these guys to the channel. And there's like several songs from these guys that we've had on the channel that are on my playlist. This is Breaking Orbit. This song is called Another Race. Here is a small break from Leprous, Breaking Orbit. This particular song has breaking orbit staples in it, a good mix of heavy and melodic, interesting riffs, and just a good overall sound. Also, it's an Australian prog, which we love, so there is this classic talking over a musical break section. Okay, I didn't know that was an Australian thing, but I certainly love the Australian bands. They know what the fuck they're doing. So, here we go. Oh, was it you, John? Sorry. I thought it was Adrian that introduced us to these guys. My bad. My bad. Sorry, John. Oh yeah, we gotta do the, I'm gonna say 2 and 1. Low in the mix. Let me turn it up. There we go. Yes. Building with emotion, baby. Yes. Ooh, that was a nice little on the 4. Come back in. Ooh, his voice sounds pretty good in the high range. Yeah, I think I'm already gonna call it. Sorry. Sorry, Leprous. The name of the song is Another Race. Another Race. I like that. Hear that, like low. Oh, I love that. Nice little. Ooh. Is this the break where he starts talking? Yep. That bass sounds sick. Go, 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 go. Whatever that effect is on it. From a lecture. About right, PD. About right. Hey, it's Mr. Sagers. You need to watch my top 40 songs videos. It's the top 40 songs I have got from this channel. And we're at number 20. We've gone through the first 20. We have 20 more to go. Watch it. There's some great songs on there. That's all I'm going to say. Adrian's honest. Yes. Damn, I like that. Yeah, baby. I like it. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Anybody know where that comes from? Well, where I'm speaking it from. It's at the end of a song. From a band that I like and many of us like. Yeah, baby. Yeah. No. Well, I think it probably originally comes from there, Jason, but this is a band that says it after a song finishes. It's one of two. Yeah, it's the Bond spoof. It's not the movie. I'm saying not singer, a band member who does it as like replaying what you guys are saying after a song is over. You need to go listen to it because it's one of the better albums ever written on Mankind Planet. Anybody know? I thought Para would know. Para, I'm disappointed you don't know, dude. All right, so that one definitely is my favorite of the three. I don't know if you guys can understand the fact that a lot of other people, including Adrian, said it pains me to say, but I agree. It's number one. It's because it kind of captures that emotional kind of connection, which I think is directly connected to it is a little more mainstreamy, and I think that's what it is. It's like just because it's a little more poppy or mainstreamy doesn't make that a bad thing. It's like I think a lot of prog people or people who just don't like pop get caught up into is they throw the baby out with the bathwater, and it's like, no, if you can find a good balance of like the catchy hookiness that pop brings a lot or too much, and the uniqueness and flavor of like the weird and different and whatever, and you kind of mesh them together into a one song, that's aphelion. That is maturity of songwriting, in my opinion. You don't have to throw the baby out with the bathwater. All right, let's get to the next song, which is Back to Leprous, which is Illuminate. All right, we go back to... Have we done this before? Have we done Illuminate before? For some reason, that title seems weird to me. Like I've seen it. We go back to Leprous and move to the Melina album, which people are saying that I like a lot of the songs from. Maybe I do. I don't know the albums in the back well enough to know that. To me, it is pretty easy to hear the progression towards the pitfalls and aphelion sound. Okay. In my opinion, the Congregation and Melina bridge the gap between the sound of coal and pitfalls. Okay. I do know those names, but I don't know them well enough to know how this would be true or not. So, Adrian, you're going to have to reflect on what he just said. So I'll say it one more time. He says, in my opinion, the Congregation and Melina bridge the gap between the sound of coal and pitfalls. So it's kind of like the transition, maybe. I think this album and the two that come after it tend to be defined by the choruses of the songs. Okay, which is better. Maybe I'll like this more, which is maybe why I like Melina a little bit more. So here we go with Leprous, Illuminate. I feel like we've heard this before, but I don't know. Cucumber, you're half right. Not Dream Theater, but it's one of the members of Dream Theater. Are you busy whacking off, Para? Thinking about sucking my weenie?
Your road is paved,
I think we've done
yet
this.
colored in black, concealed by the night. It remains undiscovered until the dawn.
I like that it's a lyric video.
It remains.
What's up, Omar?
We
have done Because I remember that. Maybe not. But they also do that kind of in other songs too. Good harmonies there. Yes, yeah, I do agree. This is more into the hooky deal. See? Well, kind of, Colin. When there's been how many songs on the channel now?
Wear your shelter alive. Covering your invisible. The fire slowly died. Couldn't stop your cries, hidden by your wrath.
Definitely better than the other two. Mostly because it had that chorus. Let's see if we go back to that chorus. Do it. Go back to that fucking chorus. Sager, since you're a composer and a songwriter, where does Leprous stand for you? Are they in the we loved kind of bands, in the middle? Which, for everyone in the chat that doesn't know, Beggars has had two of his songs on the channel that we've listened to that he has created. We haven't had one of those in a long time, so wink wink, Mr. Beggars. See, I like that. Yeah, see, yes, I totally agree, Feedy. It's got that chorus that brings it together. Okay. Even that dun 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 dun, they've done in Aphelion. There's a couple songs in Aphelion where they've done that. Yeah. I think I even like this better than the last one. So we're just getting better. Yeah, I think I'm with everybody except I'm putting this above the last song because of that chorus. This song's going on a playlist and so is the last song. What's up, Bryce? Oh, is that it? Yeah, I would say if it wasn't for that chorus, I would have probably put it, I think it's the chorus, which I've said all along. You got to have a good chorus. The chorus just brings it all together. It's like, it's just important. So that chorus was enough to put that over the third song for me, but that's really close. I just really like that chorus. The chorus was good. So, all right, let's keep it going. This is basically Leprous Day, which I have no problem with, unless it's old Leprous, which, man, those first two songs, what an interesting way to start my life with Leprous. It was just like two people that hate each other coming together to end up falling in love. All right, can somebody double check on the list? I know the list doesn't go all the way back to when we started, but I feel like we did that song before. Maybe not. Maybe, I mean, because again, a lot of their songs do sound familiar. They're kind of in the same vein. So, it, you know, that could be one of the reasons that I can't remember if it was or not. But you can say that about most genres. I mean, any power metal song there, Colin, you could put in that category too. Just a little, humble pie. All right. So, Leprous again for our fifth song. This is From the Flame. Once again, everything I said about Illuminate applies from the flame, though I think my personal preference is for Illuminate. Okay, so he switched it. So in the first two, he went with the second song over Triumphant. In this case, he says he thinks From the Flame is better than Illuminate. So if it is, we'll have to see, because then it's going to go ahead of Illuminate for me, which is going to be my number one song for today. So here we go, From the Flame. Adrian should be like jizzing his pants off.
You
good with that like slow tempo. Yeah, this is very Aphelion like with an older sound on the engineering. Yeah, this is very Aphelion. Very much Aphelion. Even that drum fill.
Can I make it shut out the painful view? Cover up.
Not on the list, okay.
Hide from me. Shed a tear. Say no more until you tell me when. Silent steps are echoing again.
All right, Colin. Good luck, buddy, with your kids. Like that switch there. Yes, the chorus. Oh, yes. Fuck yes.
Struggling to endure, I can see more than
like playing
I
drums
have
and shit.
settled for. Searching to be found
Fuck yes.
when you're not around. No rest, no support.
Okay, Phoebe, you've essentially gotten better and better each song for me.
Hoping I am blind.
This song is going on a playlist as well. What up, Ash? Nice. Totally like Aphelion. I love it. Maybe I do like Melina. Maybe Melina is like the precursor to Aphelion for me. Oh, yes. I should throw my own like harmony in there. Is that it? Okay, people, can you... Feedy, I just want to thank you for this set because I think you perfectly illustrated everything I was talking about after the first couple songs. Do you not hear the fucking difference between their first couple of songs we listened to and then that? That was just like showing again the maturity of fucking writing on their part. That went from like, there's something not connecting, i.e. no hook. Oh, there's just something a little weird that's not really pushing through. Like they're trying to push through, but they just can't get there yet. And then in this situation, it's just like, wow, there you guys are touching the clit. You guys are totally rubbing it, tapping it, double clicking it. Everything is on great cylinders. Okay, that's all I got to say about that. All right, let's move on. For our last song of the day, is it Leprous? No, it is not. It is Breaking Orbit again. So interesting enough, Feedy is going to end the set today with Breaking Orbit, who a lot of people had as their best song until these last two, as me, or I as well, had that same thing until the last two. So, man, From the Flame, Illuminate, Another Race are all going on fucking playlists. And let's see if we can end with this one. This is Orion. We will end here. And I just want to say I am totally sorry, Feedy, for mixing you up with Adrian. I don't know why I connected Breaking Orbit with Adrian. But man, apologies. It is all Feedy who brought Breaking Orbit, who has several songs on my playlist. I'm going to add another one today. Let's see if we can add Orion. This is Orion. We will end here, back to Breaking Orbit for Orion. In typical fashion for these guys, there is once again a good mix of heavy and melodic, and I think it's a solid song to end this set on. Feedy, you have outdone yourself today. I even like the fact that we started with 2 Leprous songs that are just kind of so-so for me, to try to enhance and show and illuminate to illuminate how amazing the rest of the set was, including how amazing Leprous has become. So fuck yeah, totally down.
I am the hunter, you are the lion. I am under the spell of Orion. I am the hunter,
Okay.
you are the lion. I am the hunter, I am Orion.
Yes! Fuck yes! Okay, nice little switch there from the heavy opening. Ooh, I like that. Hermetic. Good choice of words, Baggins. Hermetic. Ooh, yes. That's right, you cucumber macumber. Double click that shit. Double click it.
I am the hunter, you are the lion. I am under the spell of Orion. In the darkness, leaves were flying.
So good.
In the darkness,
His voice is really good too. He might be up there for one of my favorite voices. Man, this is great. I'm shocked to see Herman actually liking this. I love it.
one world, you are another. Closest thing I had to a brother.
Love that.
From a scorpion, the wound seemed fatal. You're the one who made me immortal.
That's funny, Michael. Dude, Baggin speaking a different language. Try to speak his language, Herman. Yeah, Adrian, I know you like these guys. This is where the Trinity, Adrian, Edie, and Morgan come together. We all like this. Like, yes. That's an interesting switch. We're into Scott K territory, wherever the fuck he is today. Scott K, where'd you go, buddy? Oh, this part is sick. Yeah, but Herman, you're also, it's hard to please you too. It's very hard to please you. I mean, maybe a handful of times I can count that you've been like, yes. Oh, shit. Dude, I love this fucking song. Oh, what happened? Ah, I'm sorry. Shit. I did not mean to click that. Let's get to here. Sorry. We're going back to this part. That's what I really want to do. part is fucking sick. Ooh, Seggers, I like that comparison. I like that comparison. But it's got that feel, but not as maybe repetitive as Tool. It's got more of like a non-hermetic feel. Yes. Yeah, I would take this over Tool stuff too. It's got much more range. Good chorus here. Yes, Brian, I agree. The intonation is very similar to Maynard. But I do feel like the music definitely breathes more than typical Tool. Tool is like pretty repetitive for the most part. Yes, and I feel the carnival feel too, John. Very good. Cucumber trying to make me want to get angry. Not gonna happen, pal. Is that it? Okay, I know you guys are probably going to disagree with this quite a bit, but my 5 I still think was better than that song, although I love that song. I think that song is really, really, really good. But I still like that chorus of the Leprous song before it better. A little more catchy, but that song was fantastic. So you pretty much went from like the least to the greatest for me, minus that last song was just a little bit less than the 5th song for me, Feedy. Yeah, so that, dude, this set just got stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. Don't get me wrong, the first 2 Leprous songs I didn't dislike, I just didn't like them. Like, they were just kind of like, yeah, I can take them or leave them. I wouldn't put them on a playlist. But the last 2 Leprous songs I definitely would, and the 2 Breaking Orbit songs I will be putting on a playlist. So that's 4 out of the 6 that will be going on playlists. So nice job, Feedy, on that note. Ironically, you guys said something about Dream Theater, which obviously you're trying to push my buttons, but it just ain't gonna happen. So I've always said about Tool, and I've said it a billion times, and I'll say it again. Tool has like the 10 best songs ever written on the planet. And then the rest of it is absolute shit. They're like a complete hit or mostly miss kind of band for me. Because a lot of it is just a waste of my time nonsense. But the 10 songs that are just fucking amazing songs are some of the best songs ever written in musical history. So on that note, I would give you guys some kind of props. But they're definitely not better than Dream Theater for me. Dream Theater has written, I think, several, I would say as many songs that are just as good as the Tool songs that I would refer to as well. Ironically, though, that you guys brought this up, because I've forgotten about this, but I'm going to bring it, because I was absolutely shocked. I was just shocked because, you know, when Tool was kind of coming up and big, a lot of people were like, oh, Danny Carey's the new drummer of the century. He's the amazing drummer, and he is. I fucking love Danny Carey. So that, listen to me. I love Danny Carey. I think he's awesome. He's very unique and writes cool parts. And I remember like there started to be a debate. Oh, is he better than Portnoy? Is Portnoy better than him? Is Mangini better than him? And it's like he joined the riffs of debates. And I watched him sometimes. I think when the new album came out, there's that playthrough of him playing. I can't remember the name of the song. It's the main title track off their new album. And I watched it, and it was good. I think maybe, did we even watch it on the channel? I think maybe somebody paid for it. I don't know. But I've watched him a couple of times, and the thing I love about him is when he hits the drums, he's very powerful. He's one of those dudes, and he's a big dude. He just like really, yeah, it was Numa. He really hits the drums hard, power, and good. But I've only watched maybe 4 or 5 of his songs. Now, I've watched a ton of Portnoy stuff, obviously. And there are very few times where Portnoy fucks up, but he does, but it's more of like not intentional fuck ups, like he didn't know what was going on. It was like he's playing and his drumstick got caught in his hair, so he missed the beat because the drumstick literally got caught in his hair, kind of stuff. It's not like he was just not on the beat. He does tend to, in live sessions, Portnoy can sometimes play faster than he's supposed to than on the track. But I like that about live playing because that's kind of the energy that you bring when you're playing live. Whereas Mangini is like the metronome and doesn't sound any different, which live it should have some more energy in my opinion, but that's another story. But the reason I'm telling you all this is because last night I somehow stumbled upon on YouTube a video of Danny Carey playing with Rush. They're playing YYZ. I don't know if it's something that happened just recently or if this happened a while ago and I just saw the video. I didn't look at the date, but he was playing YYZ with Rush. What an honor, right? What an honor. And I was like pumped. I was like, dude, this is going to be cool to see him play this. And the whole beginning of the song, the ding, the ding, 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 the ding, 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 the ding, the whole beginning until the that whole section, Danny Carey fucked up quite a bit. Like I think there was 2 like really, really big fuck ups where you're like, whoa, like that's Danny Carey and he fucked up. I mean, he must have been so nervous. I'm sure he was nervous, but it was just interesting to see him fuck up, you know, because I don't watch a lot of him. And every player, Petrucci, Vi, they all fuck up at times. But it was just interesting to see on that kind of stage. Go watch that, and it's very interesting to see him kind of fuck that beginning part up. Yeah, kind of interesting. So go watch that if you guys get a chance and you care about drumming at all. So, Herman, I think it is rather an easy song to play. It's not that hard. Especially for a drummer of his caliber. Very easy. I think he was just nervous would be my guess. He's nervous and just was like, oh my God, I'm fucking playing with Rush. And he was like, just missed some parts. Maybe he was overthinking or something, but it was visible fuck up. And you rarely see visible fuck ups. You can see like small little fuck ups, but not visible. And that was pretty visible. Anyway, thank you for the set. Sounds like everybody's kind of chilling, taking off. Have a great Saturday, and we will see you here tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning is going to be Mr. Cucumber Macumber, and it's, I think, his 7th set. Let's see. It's his 7th set out of 9. So we have 3 more sets by Cucumber Macumber before he probably turns in some more sets for another 2 years. All right, nice job, Feedy. We will see you guys tomorrow morning. Have a great one. Peace.